my goodness, what
Don't
a
say
Freaky Friday. We've got a show for you, Sunnies. We're super excited to be here today. Fire up your sparkle engines because today's show is packed, and I mean packed with things like Thanksgiving leftover sandwiches and all the good things.
Yes.
All right, I'm just teasing you, but I'm so pumped for Thanksgiving food.
It's not Turkey Day yet,
Oh,
dude.
It's actually National Stuffing Day, so you know it's okay.
Okay.
See?
All right, so I was on point. I was on brand a little bit. Of course, we have the brilliant, the fierce, the fabulous Inspo with the Sheem today.
Yay!
So
Hey, guess
excited.
what? The band's back together. The band's back together. I look giant in my square today.
Oh, well, you look great in your square today.
Why am I like so giant in here?
Your skin looks great in your square. Look
Yeah,
at
we
what's
wanted to
going
see
on.
your pores.
Ooh.
So, Mel, what are you eating today? Anything
Okay,
fun?
today I had 2 mini Baby Bell cheeses.
Okay.
Yeah,
very
I love
nice.
those things. They're so
They're
good.
pretty good. I
Very
like when you can
nice.
open them up and get the little.
That's my favorite part, is
you
opening
open
them and then you pull the thing.
Pull out a little
Yeah.
wax. Yeah, it's
But
cute.
David, we're starting out strong. Today the studio becomes a movie set because filmmaker Brady Sky is joining us.
So
The man
excited.
behind more than 1,500 films,
Yep.
viral visuals, festival wins, and a signature style that's basically cinematic butter.
Love it.
Smooth,
So
rich,
excited.
and it makes everything better.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop there. I'm bringing in a little soul fire today because I had the honor of hearing Erin Brockovich speak at Flagler College Women of Vision Luncheon. And let me tell you, she delivered a master class on courage, community, and speaking up even when the room gets uncomfortable.
You got to hear the world famous, incredible Erin Brockovich.
Yes, and I'm going to say this on air. I don't know if I can because it's a morning show, but she's a badass.
Oh,
she
I
was
love
so
it.
badass.
So I don't know
Yeah.
if you know this, Ashim, and I don't know if Erin quite knows this, but her and I are meant to be best friends, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if she knows.
Yeah.
She's one of those.
So,
Completely.
yeah.
She's one of those.
I do. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, we chug some inspiration around here like the cold brew around 7 a.m. But Mel, I can feel the snacks vibrating from over here. What else are you serving on your snack pack?
Oh, I'm serving up one hell of a DJ Snack Pack playlist. It's back today with a full freak themed playlist.
All
20
right.
songs with the word freak in them.
Freak it, baby.
Because
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Let me
Ooh,
you
I think
up
with-
and down.
Stop!
Yeah,
And our
freak.
Snack Attack throwback involves a charcuterie meltdown that honestly belongs in a museum under Florida domestic incidents. I can't.
Yeah, it's sad.
The way these people like
How do they mess
F
it
up
up?
food and
I
dishes
know.
drives me crazy.
It's just, it's
The
not that
meatballs?
hard.
Yes,
I
great
know.
flat meatballs. Have you ever heard
no,
of that?
oh,
What are you
no.
Or the
doing?
pasta
And I'm not
in the
even a great
microwave.
cook, but I've never screwed up that
They're
bad.
trying to be
Yeah.
like Mel. That's all I gotta
Get
say.
out of here.
All right, Sunnies, we're also traveling across the globe from the ancient libraries of Timbuktu, which is a real place, where priceless manuscripts have finally returned home to a new trend sweeping the world. Get this, phone-free concerts. You heard it right.
I love that.
Where humans
Oh.
will actually look at each other, enjoy the music. It's like cultural hydration for the soul.
And you know, on Sunshine Shenanigans, we're featuring cheating scandals. I found a cheating scandal down in South Florida at a
Okay.
tiki bar. That'll have you saying, okay, I'm gonna check what's in my rum next time I have a drink.
Or I want to go to that tiki bar and people watch. That's
Yeah,
what
right?
I'm saying.
Oh man, bless
Oh my
your
God.
heart.
We've also got 2 huge events on the radar. The estate liquidation auction at the venue.
Yes, that's,
Everything must go.
that's the Great Expectations
Yes.
way.
Yes,
Perfect.
Yes.
And we'll be talking about the Latin dance nights during Nights of Lights.
Okay.
Wait,
Headlined
more
by
than one? Is there more than one night?
We will-
Headlined by a world champion teaching salsa so fierce the Bridge of Lions might start swaying. And trust me, Sunnies, if you've ever wanted your hips to move, this might be the moment for you.
Shakira,
I will
Shakira.
tell you on this press release, they
It
did
did
call
say.
it Night of Lights, which sound off. It is your event too, Sugar.
You're
yes.
going to get in trouble.
No,
Ooh,
you're gonna
Sugar.
be free and you were safe with me. You say what you
Illegal
say.
motion of the mouth.
Ay, mi personas.
Oh my God, you guys, I had this teacher in high school.
Okay.
And she would say, if you were talking, she'd say, illegal motion of the mouth.
Oh
that was her way to
my.
be like, shut up.
Oh wow, that's actually
I'm
a really
bringing
nice,
that back.
That's a nice
I
way of
know.
saying shut up.
Illegal
yeah.
motion of the mouth.
Oh my gosh, what a show today. We are so pumped and we are so fierce and fabulous and we are live from the Black Box at Limelight Theater. It's Sunny TV. And we're going to say a quick word from our title sponsors, the Bailey Group and Steve Chapman's All American Air.
Hi, I'm Steve Chapman, owner of All American Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 40 years, we've been serving St. Augustine and the surrounding areas. We're the largest HVAC dealer in St. Johns County, providing high-quality service and products. With courteous technicians responding to your HVAC needs, our expertise will give you confidence in your investment. Family-owned All American Air Conditioning, voted Best of St. Augustine for more than 20 years running.
Misty!
You're coming to see
How
us?
fun is that?
Misty, please come to the studio. You can sit with us. It'll be so fun.
Misty, you want to play a game?
Yeah, we want to play games with Misty. That's exciting. Yes,
I
Sunnies, if you want
know.
to visit Sunny Studios, let me know, or let Mel or Ashim or Addie or Christina know. We would love to have you as our guest. It'd be
I mean,
super
put
fun.
out a smoke
Absolutely.
signal. Do something.
I know. Carrier pigeon.
Ah,
We love our
caw,
friends.
caw, caw.
Speaking of caca, Mel, what's up with the weather?
Oh, you guys, I just want to put out for the record, I have been accurate for
You
like
have been.
1.75 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almost 2, but not
It
quite.
makes up for the pop quizzes.
God
Yeah,
bless. Yes, is
Guys,
she.
I am not doing great on the quizzes.
No, your posture has changed. It used to be like October was the month for you to shine.
Yeah.
October was my month, not so much.
November, we are literally like.
November is Mel no November.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Isn't it Mercury in retrograde or something?
It is, it
Okay, so
is.
that's why. That's why.
Apparently,
Blame Mercury.
My brain is in the retrograde. All right, well, guys, today is Friday, November 21st. We have 6 days till Turkey Day.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
yes, I can't wait.
Don't forget, if you have a frozen turkey, take it out of the freezer on Monday. Put
Is
it
it
in
on?
the
Is it
fridge.
Monday? Monday's the day.
Monday's the day.
Monday's the
Okay.
day, yeah.
So today is going to be a high of 81, but it's going to feel 84.
Yeah.
Now, in the real shade that I like to throw, it's going to be about 79.
Mm.
So wind is south at 7 miles per hour. Wind gusts are up to 13 miles per hour, and your UV index is still like the grade point average my mother wished I had, which
Yeah.
is a 4.0.
She's so proud of you, though.
Yeah, my mother's so proud.
Now you're making up for those bad
Mama
grades.
Maria is
Yes.
so proud.
Tonight, it's only going to get down to about 59, but it's going to feel 57, and the humidity today is about 86%.
What is your problem, humidity?
It is not me.
That's terrible.
I know.
But last year at this
Surprised by all that hot air that comes out of your mouth. You're not
Shut-
blowing it
I
out of
learned
here.
it from you, David.
We learned it by watching you, all right?
Yeah. So last year we had a high. This day last year was a high of 68 and a low of 51. So we're above normally where we are.
Okay.
Do you guys remember the
No.
commercials? The most common one. This is your brain with the
brain
egg.
on
And
This
then
is your
drugs.
brain on drugs.
yeah.
You know what happened? They stopped putting those out, and look at the kids these days.
Exactly. My favorite one
The
was
scare
when the
tactic.
father goes into the son's bedroom and he was like, "Who taught you this?
Yes.
Who taught you this?"
I learned it
I'm
from watching you, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm laughing. It's horrible to laugh
Guys,
at, but yeah.
maybe we need to.
We need to bring Dare back.
No, I got
We
an
do.
idea. We get.
Dare scared the crap out of me in school.
No, we need to get our guests today to recreate those commercials with us.
That would be fun. That would
That's
be
Call
very,
to
very
action.
cool.
Brady, we have a project for you.
Brady is here in studio. Very excited to jump into that conversation. But let's get into the local music report real quick, honey sunnies. Sunny honey said, strum it, hum it down, sunnies. It's time for the local music report on this Friday, November 21st. Hey, we got to have a big shout out, and they're coming on the show Monday. The Christmas market at Colonial Quarter.
Yay.
It's amazing. Check that out. That'll be over around 9 a.m. Please go to the Christmas market on Facebook to find out they have new hours. So I'm not trusting that 11 a.m. I think it's at 3 to 9 today, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think.
Right,
Change
Renee.
after
Didn't Renee
yeah.
come on? Yeah, okay.
Come on.
Yeah, sound
Come
out.
on, David.
Come on. I'll do the music report like my mom. Okay.
Do it, please.
Yeah, well, we got Joshua Tennessee Worthy at Milltop Tavern, David, at 12. Then Brooke Garwood at Bin 39
lot
at
of
1.
Susan to say.
Edwin Barbosa. Oh, it's Edwin at La Cocina. Oh, 1 o'clock. Heather Craig, Tradewinds Lounge at 1. Greg Johnson at Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's at 1. He's so cute. Damon Slaughter is at Bin 39 at 4 o'clock. Chalakala. I don't know how to say it.
Coffee just came out of my nose.
I know,
Guy
this is too
Harvey
much.
Resort, 4 o'clock p.m. I used to stay over. David, put me at a nice place over at the Guy Harvey Resort. It was really nice, and I could bring my little dog. Nathan Allen at the Milltop Tavern, 4:30. Matt Still,
Are you gonna make it through doing Susan's
Jimmy
voice?
Hula at 5
No.
o'clock. Ollie Twist at Marina Munch at 5 o'clock. And then we got Mark Hart at Milltop Tavern at 5. I love it up there. You get a good pina colada. Sam Pacetti at O.C. White's Restaurant, 5 o'clock. New guys on the dock. Oh, yeah. Beaches Volano, 5 o'clock p.m. Jeremy Price. I used to go to school with a guy named Jeremy Price. Wonder if it's the same guy. The Boathouse at 5 o'clock. Trees of the Trees Festival, something like that at Anastasia. Oh, that's for the Port in the Storm at 5 o'clock p.m. Art Right Funkadelic. Yeah. Elvis, and there's some guy doing an Elvis impersonation. His name's Randy Elvis Philippi.
my
He's
God.
playing at the Shores at 6 o'clock. They got holiday concerts. Kurt Latham. Oh my God, this list.
You gotta stop.
I can't believe you're
Keep
doing
going.
Susan's voice the
This
whole way.
is killing me. Joey Anderson and
No.
Mellow Mushroom, St. John, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Stu Weaver,
Round
Reef
two.
Restaurant. I don't care. I'm doing it. Money for Nothing at Shaughnessy Sports and Grill at 6. David Watt Besley. David, it's you. No, not really. The Tides Oyster Company at 6 o'clock. Walt Kowicki at Oasis Deck and Restaurant at 6. Contact Buzz. Ooh, I'm getting a little buzz already. Hurricane Grill and Wings at 6. Zaza Flamenca at St. George Restaurant, 6:30. Joe Lee, Casa Divino, 7 o'clock. And don't forget about Matt Wilson playing at Cortez's at 8. And finishing out is Cholula at Prohibition Kitchen, 10 o'clock p.m.
And Circle gets the square. Susan, special guest for Music Report.
We're going to have a great expectations for that mess.
Oh, coffee came out of
It's
my nose.
Friday.
Oh my God, dead.
It's tragic.
I'm dead.
Our
Oh, stay in your frame, Mel.
I want people to have great expectations. We are a small family-owned brokerage. What that means is you get really personalized service and everything is very hands-on. You're not just getting tossed onto the MLS and crossing our fingers. We're very aggressive with our marketing. We're excellent with communication. We have a lot of amazing relationships in the community, so you're getting the advantages of all of those things.
We had such a great conversation with Jenna earlier this week with Great Expectations. Wasn't that awesome? The money maker moves,
FYI,
right?
I got home and talked to Jem, and
Yeah.
he's like, we need to sit down with her.
I-
So,
honestly-
Jenna, get ready.
The wheels are moving with Great
Yes, so
Expectations.
good.
Doing some, and they have that big auction this weekend, which we'll be talking about in the
Can
event
I
section.
auction you off there?
I think that'd be super not
I think
good.
I'll get like $5.
All right, Sonnies, let's get into this conversation because today we're welcoming someone whose work has been lighting up film festivals, travel screens, and our own St. Augustine creative scene. He's a filmmaker, a storyteller, and a visual poet. And if you've ever seen one of his projects, you know he doesn't just capture the images, he captures the feeling, the vibe, and the culture.
With more than 1,500 videos created, an award-winning feature documentary, and a screenplay that's already earning major recognition on the festival circuit, this is a man who turns real life into cinematic magic.
Cinnies, please give me a big hand for Brady Sky. Buddy, welcome to the show. Super
Hi.
excited to have you on Sunny TV. This is an awesome honor for us to talk to you today.
Oh, don't say that.
No, it's the truth. I mean, literally, your films are amazing. I mean, I got to be able to dive into some of them, and I just really want to get into the story of what got you into filmmaking. How did you dive into this whole culture?
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks for having me. I got into it at a very young age. I feel like in middle school I was playing around with cameras with friends and really never stopped, but music was always the thing for me as a kid. So I was a pianist and classically trained pianist and guitarist, and then was in a band. And sometime in college, high school, college was really when I started to make that shift into film. And I just got really excited about the medium of putting visuals to music and
Did
then
you like
just-
storytelling? Because you do a great job with it.
Oh yeah, I think that the reason that I get so excited about film is because of the impact that it had on me, you know, as a kid, being in the theater and still to this day.
That's awesome.
So when you were growing up, and people would say, what do you want to be when you grow up? What was your answer?
Yeah, good question.
I don't think I really ever had one.
Did you really? So you were just kind of like, I want to be a surfer.
I just don't come from a family of artists. So
Okay.
it was very scary to say like, oh yeah, I'm going to be an artist. Like nobody knew what that meant in my world. So I just kind of kept doing stuff, and
'Cause I always find it interesting with super creative people when you ask them like, what did you want to be when they grow up? And they're like, oh, I wanted to be like a doctor. And then it goes completely the other way.
Yeah.
So
But like,
pretty
what was the
interesting.
aha moment? Like the light bulb turned on and like, I can make money doing this.
I don't know about the making money doing this part, but yeah, there was a couple of moments. One was I went on a trip to Africa actually when I was 15, and I was filming this video, and I had got a camera, and I think that was a very pivotal time that I was like, I really want to keep doing this, you know. And I had made my first kind of travel video, filming all the animals, and got really hooked on that.
What
That's
was your
when-
favorite animal to film?
I don't know.
All of them?
Probably like the elephants.
Yeah, they're so majestic. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But like, speaking of like things that you like to film, it does St. Augustine or St. Johns County, does any of that picturesque scenery, does any of that inspire you at all with any of your films?
I think that the scenery inspired me here. I was very fortunate growing up to have traveled the world, so I had been exposed to a lot of different places and cultures, which I think helped. And here, you know, it's always been inspiring to be around the history and architecture and the ocean and the beach.
And then farmlands west of here too, which is majestic out there too.
Yep, Florida's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And then, but I would say the people really are what stood out, was shaping my decision making and the projects I worked on. You know, it was really the people that I met here.
So now when you watch a movie, okay, sorry.
Yeah, no,
one
you're
more
good.
question.
You're good. You're good.
So when you watch a movie, do you just watch it to enjoy it, or do you watch it and
Yeah.
you're like, I cannot
Are
believe
you playing science? Yeah.
they did that. That angle is all wrong.
Yeah. How do
Like,
you do that?
How do you just watch movies when you do it for a living?
So I try to let myself kind of not think too much about things when I first watch a movie and just get lost in the story and everything. And then if I really like the movie, I usually end up watching it a second or third time. So if I go to a theater and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
this really like blew me away, I want to watch it again, then I'll go back to the theater and watch it again.
You don't
And the-
judge. You don't judge the work, not even a little bit.
I just try to be very picky about what I go see.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I think just based on who directed it and who wrote it and maybe who's in it and the trailer and all that, I try to like make sure that it's something that, and also just I don't set a certain amount of expectations for a film, or like I kind of know what some films are gonna be and who did them, and I'm like, I just go enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
know?
Yeah. I definitely want to dive into the chat of Beyond the Ruins. I mean, this is an incredible opportunity to see the Maya culture. I mean, not anybody can be able to do what you experienced. So how did this all come about?
I was very fortunate and to get this opportunity. I was making a couple of travel films and did one in Belize and Guatemala, and somebody found that and just saw the way that I was traveling and kind of my interest in all of that.
With
and
respect. That was really apparent in this documentary, I felt. There's so much respect for the culture, and you let them tell the story as opposed to you telling it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was I actually never really intended in being in the documentary. I wanted to just be behind the camera, but
Okay.
because it's a different culture and we're trying to translate all this to an American audience or maybe even more popular, audience would be like in Europe, where they're very interested in Central America and this culture. So it really helped to have somebody be that kind of translator into a lot of these philosophies and mentalities that are very hard to understand in their language. And especially translating Mayan, we just decided that that's not going to be possible, because once we come back with all the footage, we're not going to be able to have anybody help translate it. So we ended up using some Spanish, and then I bridged the gap with a lot of the messaging, to make it all make sense. And we worked with them very closely to make sure that this was the story, that we're translating their culture properly.
Yeah.
And we're able to communicate a little bit with them back and forth on WhatsApp and things like that.
That's
But
cool. I mean, like the trust factor has to be pretty intense.
Yes. So
How do you gain that?
the relationships were very important to build over time, and I was lucky. You know, I really hit it off with my co-producer Lance, and we just had very similar hearts in this, and he was crucial in building those relationships, like before I even met him. So when I went there with him, they were still reserved a little bit of me, and a little bit hesitant of like, well, who's this person? And
Totally, yeah.
so you just have to build those relationships. You don't just show up with a camera and start filming.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
So,
the Amish
yeah.
people will take you out for that.
See, exactly.
Yeah.
That's good. That could be his next route.
Oh, no,
the
don't do
Amish
it.
go to
And they should be
Lancaster.
discerning because of their history of being marginalized.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit too about this screenplay that I don't know very much about. So if you could just walk me down this road, because this is a very big celebrated screenplay, right?
It's gotten some recognition. It's a very exciting story that I think has never been told. I think there was some risk in writing this because it is sort of a hot topic, and it involves the troubled teen industry, which we've seen some documentaries come out now, but they're all very different, and even Netflix doing this kind of weird
Yeah.
take on this show recently. But they're all such different situations, so the industry's huge, and all the places are run very different. So I still feel that even though this stuff that's come out, it just is not quite the same as
Right.
the way that I wrote it and my experience, because I was in one as a teenager.
So this is
So-
called Beneath the Dust. Am I saying
What
that right?
exactly?
Yeah.
What all is it about?
So it's a really like a coming of age psychological thriller genre blend, but it's also very Western, neo-Western, because it takes place in the stunning American West. And there's this illusion of freedom that you have there because there's really no like barbed wire fences. But it's, you know, it's about the troubled teen industry and being in one of these programs, and it's pretty wild. You got a lot of teenagers from different walks of life from all over the world, and they're there for different reasons, and they kind of get thrown into this, and it's a very interesting situation that they get put in. So
Yeah, it's
Well,
tough.
you skated over that you were in something similar to this in your youth. What was that all about?
I was at one of these programs in Utah, and
Wow.
like I said, they're all very different. So the one that Paris Hilton was at was more of like a prison situation. Her story is very dark, and I have never been somebody who wanted to write about that situation, like the prison stuff. That never
Right.
really excited me.
It's oppressive. Yeah.
So I think what's cool about this is just there was a sense of adventure of where I was. I mean, there was horses, we were riding horses. There was some really crazy things that happened. So I drew on some things that I experienced and worked that into my story, but also it's dramatized, you know, for the screen.
That's cool though. I think that's a great story, and it's a different perspective of looking at that story too.
Exactly.
I'll tell you, there's so many different, and I've watched quite a few of those documentaries, and I've had the opportunity to speak with some of the children who've come, and the adolescents who've come from those camps when I worked at Epic. So they're all different, but the underlying factor is somewhat the same, and it's very, I don't know how to say, slightly
Finding?
creepy.
Oh, really?
Creepy, and you know, the theme really, if you get down to the underlying themes, it's acceptance, it's connection, it's these kids trying to figure out who they are, and they all have different backgrounds, and they were dealt different cards, and it kind of makes you wonder, like, well, why are they struggling, or are they even struggling, or who is it in the family that's struggling? Why are they there? And makes you question the mental health industry for these kids, and is this really the best option?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Super important.
Also super important is music in films. I mean, a soundtrack can make or break a film. Charlie XCX is now coming out with Wuthering Heights soundtrack, and it's incredible. She's partnering with the Velvet Underground. Like, there's so many really cool nuances in music and how that can make or break a film. Can you talk about how you dive into this part? Because I'm such a music junkie.
Okay, yeah, I mean, music and film are inseparable. Like, they always have been and they always will be. I think a lot of my inspiration comes from music, and music it's a feeling, right? It kind of gives you this feeling, which when you pair that with like a visual and real life, and or it could be animated, but each scene in a movie kind of makes you feel something or it moves something forward, but you also feel a certain way
Yes.
maybe from that scene.
It's the vibe.
And music is no
Yeah.
different. Yeah, it's like it's a vibe, and a lot of my inspiration has come from music. Like I'll listen to other movie scores sometimes when I'm writing. A lot of times I write in silence, but I will listen to it, and it'll help kind of bring out like the emotion. And film is also music. It's an orchestra in itself, you know, even without music behind it. You're orchestrating something that has a rhythm and it has a pace. And so they're inseparable.
So who are some of your inspirations out there? Like, who is somebody that like, oh, if they're doing a film right now, I've got to go see that?
I think anybody who's doing something original, like an
Nice.
original
Okay.
vision.
Cool.
But there's definitely some directors that have inspired me. Some of them are not around anymore, you know. I've had a lot of inspiration from Spielberg and Hitchcock and
Yeah.
Denis Villeneuve, and I'll mess up his name, but who did Dune and
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah, he's doing incredible things with his direction. Cinematographers like Roger Deakins have been a big inspiration. Even Paul Thomas Anderson.
Amazing.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you watch? Okay, I don't hate to say it. I love stupid humor movies. Like, do you watch them like Step Brothers? Like, do you watch those kind of like dumb
Slapstick,
humor?
silly comedy.
Yeah.
I used to watch a lot more of them. I feel like what ends up happening is I end up watching things that are more along the lines of where I'm at now
Right.
mentally. So if I'm taking on a project that's going to take years, I end up I stay in that vibe. And I tend to like shy away from things that
Right.
aren't in the similar genre. But
Okay.
I'm not opposed to watching that
just
stuff.
laugh,
It's fun.
right?
Yeah. Well, and you know, with the studio, I did check out the studio with Seth Rogen, and
Yeah.
just absolutely
It's
hysterical.
Amazing.
I mean, it's scary how real it is for the film industry.
True,
but
right? Yeah.
A little bit disturbing, but also just absolutely hysterical. Yeah.
What about tech? What about equipment? I mean, how much do you put an emphasis on that?
He
I mean,
uses an iPhone.
I know.
Hello.
I mean, a lot of people use iPhones nowadays, and they're incredible cameras too. But how much emphasis do you put on tech and equipment?
Quite a bit.
Okay,
So, working on I'm developing a feature now with a DP, and like we're talking every single day about how we're going to do it. And it's not a bigger camera is not always better. You want to be nimble, you know, and decide like how are you going to actually be moving around and shooting, and what do you have to work with? How big is your crew? How big do you want your crew to be versus small?
I mean, do you remember
there's
like
just-
Blair Witch Project back in the
Oh
day?
my God.
That was literally
Yeah.
like a
That's
camcorder.
my yard right now.
And it was like crazy.
I'm pretty
right?
sure that was some UCF students too.
Okay, yeah, and it was
Yeah.
just super like basic, like
Yeah.
that was original.
That was very
so
original,
different and
yeah.
groundbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Have you ever gone that route of just being raw like that, or do you really need it to be more of a polished?
I didn't. So I've never attempted to do a feature.
it.
I've done so many music videos, commercials. I did the feature documentary, but now I'm really focusing on like my first feature. So I can't say that I really attempted to do anything like Blair Witch because
Okay, yeah.
I just in my 20s I was more focused on shorter projects for some reason.
Yeah.
So now I'm going back to, and I got a little distracted for a while too with Instagram and social media and
Yeah, of
stuff.
course.
But because that changed so much in such a short time, I'm like, okay, I got to get back to.
Well, how's that affected viewers too? I mean, that attention span. I mean, literally, we have a live show every single day, twice a day, and that is, we're so grateful for the beautiful audience that we have. But like, we'll get way more traction on our clips and our dips and our reels and things like that on Instagram. How has that changed the film industry, you think?
I think it's changed dramatically, but I think I tend to just stay focused on what I want to do.
Yeah, that's
So
what
I
I do
think
too, yeah.
if people if they want to do the social media thing, which I did for a while, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm just getting back to like what I got into this for originally, which is features. And I think there's a ton of people out there still who are just diehard cinema, feature film people, and they're still going to the theaters, and they still love the format, and that's just, you just have to do what you get excited about.
Yeah. Hey, how can people see your work? I know that I got to be able to, thank you for Amazon Prime, we got to be able to see the documentary, but like, how can people see more of you?
Yeah, so Amazon Prime for the documentary right now, and then I have a YouTube channel I've done quite a bit on. So just Brady Skye on YouTube, and a lot of my work that I've done is not on the internet. It just ends up being wherever. I never even see it, or I don't know. It's just like commercial stuff, and I've worked on a lot of projects that aren't on my website. I have some things on my website too, but probably YouTube, and
This is the best to follow. That's
if
good.
you ever need any actors,
Oh my goodness.
just let us know.
I do.
Well, and he'll provide Kraft's food table. We have
Will
to
there be
have that.
snacks?
Yeah.
I do need, yes. There's always snacks.
What are the snacks though?
They're usually really good.
Really?
Good food, yeah.
All right.
Amazing,
I'm
amazing
hired.
chat, sir. Thank you so much for your time today. This has been
So great to meet
amazing.
Thank you. I could talk to you all day.
If we,
ahead.
I know we have a lot of film students too that watch, because we're also helping with the St. Augustine Film Festival. So if there is a young person out there right now watching this interview, what do you got to say? What do you get them motivated to be able to, dive into this industry?
I think you just have to start filming, and like I said, do what you love doing. So if you love movies, then just get some friends and start filming one, even if it's a short. If you love reels and you want to do more like Instagram, TikTok stuff, then start doing it.
I love it.
But you just have to, the hardest part is just starting to do it, and let go of your ego and confidence, and know that you're going to get better.
Yeah.
And
I mean, look
like,
at Blair Witch Project.
Oh my God,
I mean,
who knew?
you should see my first, commercial. It's like, I can't even
What is
like
it?
look at it.
What is it?
I did one for like Reef Restaurant a long time ago.
Oh yeah, the
And
views of
just,
the reef.
I
yeah.
mean, just some of my early work, I'm just like, I don't, you know what I mean? You end up evolving like constantly.
But
Yeah.
but you know what? That's the stuff you gotta love. You're like,
That's-
oh my God, I was a disaster, but I love it.
Yeah.
Shattering the glass
You
ceiling.
know.
Thank you so much again for this interview.
Yes.
This is super fun. Please keep us updated on all fronts. You've definitely got some major fans today. I appreciate your time, sir. Thank you, Brady.
Thank you guys.
And we're going to pivot over to our friends over at Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance.
I think I found your commercial.
Maritime Vibe Check!
Fresh version.
When the lights come on and the magic begins,
There's a crew behind the scenes that always wins.
Maritime Creative, they set the stage.
From sound to lights to video waves.
Big show, small space, doesn't matter a bit.
They show up, they glow up, they make it all lit.
No panic, no chaos, just smooth, clean flow.
They take a wild idea and make it glow.
Need a vibe, they build it.
Have a dream, they get it.
From spark to spotlight, they never forget it.
I trust them, I love them, they come on through.
Maritime Creative, that's the real stuff, boo.
So if you want your moment to rise and shine,
Call the crew that always gets it right every time. It's Maritime. Got gold? Got silver? Got a drawer full of what even is this? Then it's time to cash in with Flashes and Brilliance, Northeast Florida's most trusted gold buyers. They're not just buying gold, they're buying silver, rare coins, fine watches, estate jewelry, and all the sparkle you forgot you had. Don't just sit on your treasure. Turn it into cash today. Call John and Steph, the pros who make it easy. 904-540-7617. It's fast, it's friendly, it's Flashes and Brilliance, because your buried treasure belongs in your bank account.
Now is the time, if you're sitting on those treasures, to turn them into cash, especially if you need extra cash for this holiday season coming up. You got to contact Flashes and Brilliance. Steph and John are amazing. They also buy gold and silver. Silver's
Yep.
doing incredible this year.
And the coins.
yeah,
yeah.
very,
do,
very
guys,
good.
do the coins.
Hey, speaking of estate and estate liquidation, our friends over at Great Expectations Realty and Auction are having an estate liquidation auction at their venue in Hastings coming up November 22nd, Saturday. So that's tomorrow, right? Preview beginning at 1 o'clock p.m. So that means that you can browse and see the kinds of things. But you guys, we saw a mini preview online. There was like all these like bohemian artifacts. There was like a giant Buddha head. I know, really, really cool. It's an estate sale, so this is a really special moment. The venue is 301 North Main Street, and it is it free to the public?
It is free 99 open to the public.
is.
So
Free.
the everything will sell to the highest bidder. No reserves, no minimums. So it's Saturday at 2, but you can do a preview beginning at 1 p.m. So you can kind of see all the things
Right.
before you bid on them.
So if you've got any questions, you can always give them a call at 904-823-3456.
Oh, this is pretty interesting. though.
Cash
Yeah.
or check only. Don't start showing up with the
You can
Apple
Venmo.
Pay and all the hot mess. No, ma'am, no ham. Cash or check. They want it clear. No credit cards are accepted. Venmo is available with a
Yes.
3% increase.
But Hastings Coffee Co. will be there. They're going to set up.
Oh, I love Hastings Coffee. That's Christina's favorite too. They're so amazing. Shout out to Hastings Coffee. I mean, literally, if you know where to go, baby. Especially that cinnamon roll. God bless America.
I love a cinnamon roll.
Woo! I have a big back for a reason, and that is
Shut
Hastings
up.
Coffee Cinnamon Bun, honey. Yes, I love it.
Oh my
Gotta
God.
check that out. So mark your calendars for this weekend. Ooh! Te quiero saber por eso todo un poco. We got a Latin Night of Lights dance moment here. Friday, November 28th, save the date at Nobby's. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey,
love
look at Nobby's.
Nobby's.
I know,
I've
look
been
at
noted-
Nobby's being all fun.
Right? Look at Nobby's being cultural
Doing
and cute. I
different.
love
Aw,
it. Dropping the beers for the queers. I love it. Nobby's over at Anastasia Boulevard. Get ready for a magical Latin dance experience right here in the heart of Nights of Lights. After soaking in St. Augustine's twinkling holiday glow, head over to Nobby's to dance the night away to amazing community of dancers, great music, and world-class instruction. Who's the special guest star?
Okay, so there's world champion Nina Bermudez.
Oh my God.
Salsa Movement Dance is thrilled to welcome her. And she's going to be doing an on-one salsa workshop. New dancers, seasoned dancers, and everyone in between.
So you know, Ashim, I gotta go there. Do you know how to salsa? Do you know merengue?
I know how to cha-cha,
Yeah, what do
like,
we got
It's
here?
like in the blood.
Okay.
I tell you, like since I was a kid, if the salsa music came on, then it's like your hips know. I don't
could
know
do
what
the
it
merengue.
is.
The rhythm is
It's slightly different.
What about
but,
the bachata?
Oh, bachata's just all hips. It's all like a sway and the
I
hips.
like
I
that.
can,
Yeah.
I can do the real cha-cha. I learned in the ballroom.
See, I didn't learn real cha-cha.
It's
but,
hard.
So even if you don't know how to dance, she's going to have the lesson is going to be at 8 o'clock at Nobby's, and then from 9 to midnight, it's all the dance fun. So
Oh
like
my
you'll have an
God.
hour of lessons and 3 hours to try it out.
I know
or
how to
just-
do the boricua twerk. I love it. Boom, 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 boom.
Now there is a cover charge. $10 is class only.
Okay.
$10 social only. The class and social comment $15.
$15.
Oh, so you get a little $5 break. I like
If
that.
you take that $5, you go get a cocktail.
Listen, there's nothing like some Latin beats that'll get you moving on your feet.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Top tier instruction from a world champion. I say yes to success
Yes,
on that
yes,
one.
yes.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get into this conversation because Ashim got to meet we're like super fans of this
She's my
human
best
being.
friend, but she doesn't know.
Doesn't know
She
yet.
got to hear Erin Brockovich
Yes.
speak at Flagler College as a part of a special program for the Women of Vision. Am I saying
Yes,
that right? Can we
correct.
dive into this conversation?
Sure.
I'm busting to
So
hear
yes,
about this.
on Wednesday we had a luncheon. So I think I've mentioned Women of Vision before. It's a group of women in the community who volunteer their time at Flagler to mentor the young students at Flagler. And we have these mentees. We've created programs for them. We have a mentorship relationship. Part of the programming is we bring them inspirational leaders. We want to help develop these future minds and future leaders. And we were super honored to be able to bring Erin Brockovich, like the Erin Brockovich,
Oh my gosh.
to
Oh my
this
God.
luncheon. And it was really pretty cool because it was just Erin and her handler, of course, and there are maybe 30, 40 of us, the women on the board and our mentees. So to have that type of access, to be able to hear from someone who is so inspirational, she's such an advocate, a true warrior out there. I mean, it was outstanding. She did a larger speech that night, so we brought her to the college, and then she ended up doing a larger talk at the Lewis Auditorium that evening. That was open to the public, but this event was just a luncheon for those of us to really get a chance to meet with her, and I got a chance to talk with her about
What's
water
she
rights.
like? I mean, I heard she's like the rock star grandma. Is what I heard.
That's so
Okay.
funny because she actually calls herself the rock star grandma because we were all like in semi-businessy attire,
Of course.
and she showed up in these like flare jeans and a rocker shirt
Love
and
it.
like a blazer. She had rhinestones on. She had her peep toe shoes with her red toes. Like she was like, you all look so nice. She said, I'm a rock star grandma, and I'm always going to be a rock star grandma, and
the
it's just
best
who
was,
I am.
As she sent us in our Sunny family group chat, she sent us the video of her saying that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, hysterical.
Amazing.
And so it was just so inspiring. And that was kind of her message through and through, was about being authentically you and kind of owning whom you are and really embracing your gifts. She also talked a lot about the power of one person. She mentioned how every single fight that she's taken up has been because there was one person who stood up and said something and did something about it. And that person reached out. Like, people can reach out to Erin Brockovich on her website. She also has something called the communityhealthbook.com where people can go and report illnesses and things happening with their water.
Community Health Book.
CommunityHealthBook.com.
Okay.
And people can self-report things that are happening in their communities, and she starts to pick these things up. But she talked about how every single cause that she has helped champion started with one person, and she said usually it's one really pissed off mom.
Absolutely.
And she said, you know,
That's the
their
passion.
their ability to really to persevere, to have passion, to use their voice, to be out there and continue to push. She talked a lot about that, and she also talked about this concept of stick-to-itiveness. When she was younger, she was diagnosed with dyslexia, so it made school, traditional school, really hard for her. And her, you know, she was getting failing grades, and she was really down on herself and felt like she was kind of a failure. And her mom told her, you need to find your stick-to-itiveness. And so she showed her what the definition in the dictionary was, and it was like this perseverance, it was discipline, it was stubbornness.
Yeah.
And she said this light bulb went on in her head that she may not have been traditionally smart, but she was really good at other things. Her dyslexia allowed her to see patterns, but maybe not like words in the right order, but she could see patterns, and so she's used that in her investigative work. She's still not an attorney. She's not a scientist. She's not an expert, as she said. She's just someone who will stick to things and continue and push forth. And she also talked about this concept of, she leads with 3 L's: logic, leverage, loyalty, and love. Logic is to use rational thought to look for patterns,
Crap,
to see
I'm already
information.
out. Okay, logic is important. Got it.
Leverage is to leverage that one voice who starts to push and stick out and raises their hand.
Melanie.
Leverage that passion in that person to help promote a cause. Loyalty is stick with it. Once you found out something's happening, stick with that. And then love, she said, people don't act for these causes out of hate, they act out of love. And, you know, she talked about, someone asked the question about how do you balance this with being a mother? And she said, you know, there were nights that I missed being with my children, but I thought
She had
about
the neighbor guy.
She said that was actually accurate, that George was really, he really existed, that 99.9% of the movie was factually accurate.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That George
How
really
did-
existed.
Wait, how did she feel about Julia Roberts playing her?
Oh, she loved it. She actually had this joke. She said, you know, when she got up, she said, I'll say my line. I'm Erin Brockovich, not Julia Roberts. And she said, you won't understand how many people get that confused.
Yeah.
But she said it was an honor to have her film made, the story made. I mean, she did all this work. She started at the law firm in 91. She started investigating this in like 93, and then within 3 years, then that's when they settled for $333 million, which was the largest lawsuit in history at that time.
Hexavalent chromium.
Chromium 6, yes. And then in 2000, the movie was made. So it all happened in a very short period of time, but she was dogged during that time. And she did miss time with her kids, but she said she thought about that she loved her kids so much, she had to do this for someone else's children as well,
Yeah.
because she was hearing these stories from
And
these
that was like a
mothers.
message, a part of the movie too. Was
Yes.
that she's doing this for other kids too.
Yeah.
I think she has that moment or that vignette with the kids. Did she say anything like? Because it's interesting when she takes on such a case like this. And would she take a glass of water from somebody, or was it always going to be bottled water for the rest of her life?
She actually talks about the bottled water thing too. That the
Okay.
bottled water isn't all that healthy either. That a lot of these companies were using bottled water as a way to kind of shut people up.
Yeah.
But she is very, and so her father was an environmental scientist, and her
Whoa.
mother was a journalist. Which is like, if you think about
that's
how
like her.
Two of them coming
right?
to that's it.
Her ability to dig in was her mother's journalistic spirit, and her concept of being a steward for the environment came from her father.
Wow.
And so she is really the product of her parents. And you know, she talks about how when she was a child, her father told her that water is going to become a commodity in your lifetime. And she said, I'm absolutely seeing it, because now, she says, over 2/3 of the water supply in the U.S. has high levels of contaminants and chemicals in them. And most of us are just ingesting them without knowing. But she said, you think about all the things we do with water. We wash, we cook, we clean, all these things. When we don't have good water, it's like it's negating all that. So her current cause is really championing water rights and healthy water. Her current book, I have it right here. Hold on. Superman's Not Coming, and it's about Superman. There's no hero coming to save us.
Yep.
We have to
We
be
gotta
our own
save
superheroes.
ourselves.
Wait, I thought we were holding on to a hero for the morning light. He's got to be strong, and he's got to be tough, and he's got to be larger than life.
No, we are our own super women.
I'm waiting for Spider-Man.
But that was the big point of it too, is that
He's
we are
coming.
not helpless, that we can do things, that we have to be able to use our voice. But she also then kind of finished the message, because we were there with our mentees. She talked about how it is now our turn teach and train the next generation and to pass on that legacy. She said, you know, I'm in my legacy building phase of my life. It's my turn to pass this on, this knowledge, this brain trust, this fight on to those in the younger generations who can continue this forward. So it was super empowering. I love hearing people speak with so much passion about something, and to think that she did it all without a degree, without a certification. She's not an attorney. She's not the expert, as she said.
She didn't make good grades either, Mom.
She did not make good grades. She almost failed school.
How tall is she? If you had to guess.
She's about my height. She's about my height. She's pretty tall, you know.
A question on this, like, putting your inspo with the Sheem hat on right now and looking at her as an actual speaker or a rallier of individuals, she really does deal with vulnerability, and she really does deal with some really powerful conversations.
Yeah.
How do you see that as her as a conversationalist, as her as a people rallier? How does she get people to drop their guards and really get into what she's putting down?
She's authentic. So, if you watch the movie, and as she said, this is all accurate, and she still does this to this day, she will go and talk to people in their homes. She doesn't put on airs. She doesn't go in with fancy words. She doesn't go in with, like, I've got all these degrees, so you must listen to me. She goes in and she asks questions, and she's a phenomenal listener. She listens and she documents in her mind. She's like a Mel. She's got all the receipts in here.
Definitely.
Yeah. But she also documents in ways that help her and her learning style. She's very much a visual person, so she uses that. But she's a phenomenal listener.
Yeah.
She wants to understand, and so she asks questions. And then that dogged stubbornness, once people start telling her their stories, she does not give up. She's relentless. And so I think, like, she's talked about the way people were able to trust her is because she went in with no other agenda other than listening and hearing their story and wanting to learn. And I think a lot of us can approach life that way. Like, when we are more vulnerable and less guarded around people, when we just go in with a sense of curiosity and care and concern, people tend to open up more. But when they can sense that you have an agenda, people will put up walls.
Yeah.
And she had no agenda other than she wanted to find out. You know, she was a law clerk at a law office, and you know, she just happened to see a trend. Her dyslexia allowed her to see something that no one else did. It allowed her to see a pattern in all these different cases, and so she kind of used that as like a superpower in a way.
Yeah.
So she's found a way of turning what some people would consider, like, I don't want to say negative traits, but hindering traits. She's allowed those she's used those as her strengths in life.
Yeah. What would you say is one good takeaway for all those Sunnies out there that you learned from Erin's speech?
Every single person matters. She talked about how one teacher believed in her and allowed her to believe in herself, how one mother used her voice to voice these concerns about the water supply, how one person can make a difference. Whether you believe it or not, whether you believe in yourself or not, your conviction, your passion, your voice can make a difference. And so just find that cause that's important to you and go rally behind it.
You make a difference, Ashim. That was such
Yes,
good
you do.
reporting. Thank you so much for
You're
that
welcome.
time with Erin Brockovich. Incredible chat. And I'm sure there's so much more to unpack with that too. That's why you got to get what's the book called again?
It's called Superman's Not Coming, Our National Water Crisis and What We the People Can Do About It.
I love it. And we the people love Old Town Trolley.
Ding ding.
Sit back
Oh.
and relax and take
Anna
it easy,
said, "Looking
baby, and
beautiful.
let it
That's 'cause I
go
have
as
your
Old
necklace on. I
Town
have to shout out
Trolley's
the necklace."
licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine history. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. You got to check out hometownpass.com.
Way more important than Timbuktu.
Oh, we're back. Hey.
Hey, girl, hey! Horoscopes, we got Aquarius, that's Barbara Jean, and Pisces on deck today. Aquarius, it's the dawn. You're envisioning the future while owning it right now. Tech avant-garde meets vintage glam. You are a trend before the trend. So think about metallic pleated skirts or a cropped blazer, bold futuristic accessories, fashion-forward intelligence. Your motivational quote is, imagine no limitations. Decide what's right and desirable before you decide what's possible. How about Cosmic Create your vision board in motion and step to it. A chrome finish smartwatch will actually glow when your idea just landed. Innovate, create, and transcend expectations. Pisces, your dreamscape is the high gloss of this week. You're turning feelings into art, intuition, and acceleration. Let your softness shine like satin. Try a Dior silk slip dress layered with a leather biker jacket. Romantic edge meets fearlessness. I love that. And get some combat boots too while you're at it. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. Let your inner artist direct the show. You are the star. So try pearls and diamond ear cuff. Ocean strength meets the sparkle and glam. Your soul is your compass and your dreams are your runway.
I love it. All right, so I'm going to do a little remix on the Snack Pack playlist.
Okay.
All right, so it's Friday, so we're going to do songs that have the word freak in it that start with an F.
Oh.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to call on our Sunnies.
Okay.
Sunnies, in the comments, put a song that starts with an F. I will start.
Okay.
She's a super freak. Super freak.
She's super freaky.
Yeah. All right, you're up, guys. Lisa Chapman, what you got? Nicole, what do you got?
I got
Addie,
Freak So
Christina.
You got
Mom.
one there too. I got.
Go ahead, let's see. Maria, what do you have songs that start with an F?
'Cause I'll be a freak until the day, until the dawn. So we can pump all through the night to the early morn.
Hey.
Oh, you
Oh,
bring
Asheen.
out the freak in me. I
Asheen
love
says,
it.
La Freak.
Ooh,
So chic.
So chic.
Ah,
Yes. I
all
love
right.
it. I love
Oh,
it.
Fergalicious.
Hey, Fergalicious is a great answer.
Fergalicious.
Sorta, yeah.
Chapa.
But intuition.
All right, come on, guys.
While
keep
you
it
guys
going.
are putting these incredible songs that Mel has challenged you once again to put some things in comments, I'm going to read this Sunshine Shenanigans story that is going to freak your freak. Get
Oh, I
ready for
can't
this
wait for
one,
this
okay?
one.
All right, this one starts at a Key Largo Tiki Bar and
done.
ends. Mel, it ends. Get ready for this. A jet ski police chase.
Shut up.
This one has more red flags than Daytona. So picture this.
Than
A
your last
bedazzled-
relationship. No
There's a
kidding.
lady named Tiffany. This time she only has 2 Fs. Tiffany, a bedazzled, because remember yesterday was 3 Fs, Tiffany. This
Oh.
one's only a 2-F'er.
Oh, that's right.
My.
A bedazzled mermaid of a woman who smells like sunscreen and questionable choices. She's been dating Chad.
Of course. It's either Chad or a Garrett. Here we
I
go.
actually changed the name, so we're going to use Chad here. So Chad looks like he was assembled out of spare parts from a Bass Pro Shop display, but whatever. Tiffany's in love, or at least in denial. One night, Tiff is sipping a coconut mojito. God bless, that sounds good.
That sounds really
At the tiki bar, when the bartender leans over and whispers, "Hey, girl, you know your man's out back teaching someone else how to handle his fishing rod?"
He drives a Dodge Neon, I bet.
Can you imagine? So naturally, Tiffany doesn't cry. She just marches in the back and storms out back expecting to see a harmless flirtation. Nope. She finds Chad, oily, shirtless, serenading another woman with a Jimmy Buffett karaoke like somebody has a bootleg Margaritaville Casanova. Literally, what is this dude's problem? The other woman, get ready for this, her cousin, Brandy.
With a Y.
Brandy with the Y. Oh,
Oh,
my God.
my God.
Shirts are the night.
And let's say Brandy.
Why was he oiled up? I'm grossed out already. He took a page out of Diddy's
So
book.
the plot gets a little even thicker. Brandy showed up wearing Tiffany's limited edition tropical romper and
No,
the one
she-
that she brought from Sunfest last
The one
year.
she got from Sheen.
Tiffany goes
$2.99.
feral, y'all.
Oh, God.
She grabs Chad's beloved fishing cooler, the one he calls Coolio, and launches it into
he
the
does.
of course he does into the bay to discuss like a discus champion. Chad screams like a dying seagull and jumps into the water after it. Meanwhile, Brandy runs in the romper straight across the docks where she hops onto somebody else's jet ski like it's Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, but babe, it gets even worse. Ready for this? Because when Brandy guns it,
Oh,
she
God.
doesn't realize the jet ski is still tied to the post, so
Oh,
she
no.
gets yanked back, catapulted like a rag doll into a pile of decorated flamingos. Plastic went everywhere.
Brandy with the
Flamingos
Y.
are breaking in the air. This is crazy. This is world star treatment here. Even none of them have their phones charged. Then suddenly, 3 sheriff's deputies roll up on their jet skis, off course on the Monroe County Sheriff's Office patrols by the sea. Brandy doesn't try to run on foot on the dock, dripping wet, wearing a romper that now looks like a rash guard for cats.
Done.
She makes it 8 feet before she slips on Chad's
my.
runway flip-flop fireplace plants. This is a hot mess. She's just falling everywhere.
This is the best.
Chad gets cited for disturbing wildlife because of the Coolio situation, and Brandy gets banned from the Tiki Bar from life.
And what happened to Tiffany?
She goes on a date with a firefighter that showed up.
Yeah, Tiffany!
What a story, right?
Oh my God,
Wow.
Tiffany with the Y, Mom, not IE like my sister.
God
my.
bless America.
I can't. Oh my God.
Hot mess.
Oh,
Hot
get into
mess.
this snack attack.
All right, snack attack. This one was sent from Molly from the
Okay.
Davis Shores.
Wow, what is she doing?
She tried making one of those trendy charcuterie boards for a girls' night. She bought fancy cheese, but she didn't label anything.
She should have just brought the Molly. I mean,
So no,
just saying.
it's not 1997,
I could have
David.
just helped her.
No
a little
one
bit
knew
here.
what was what. The brie slid off the board like a dying fish. The grapes rolled everywhere, and the salami roses unwound and looked like sad meat slinkies.
Yes.
One girl put honey on blue cheese and cried.
That's
Her
actually
dog,
not a bad idea.
her dog grabbed the prosciutto and sprinted into the yard.
That's probably the issue.
Okay, so Molly, you basically created a complete crime scene.
she could call it Tiffany.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the dog, I give the dog credit.
Yeah.
So here you go. So this is, if you are new to this, and we're gonna call it the Not Today Satan charcuterie board.
Easy peasy. Okay.
Easy. Pepperoni slices, cheddar cubes, Ritz crackers, grapes in a bowl so they don't scurry away.
Right.
A dish of olives, and you're freaking
This
done.
is like charcuterie board for dummies.
That sounds perfect.
Foolproof.
Absolute foolproof.
And that's what you got, Molly. You're welcome.
Before we go today, will you please sing Lisa Chapman her healing song?
What is the healing song?
You did it yesterday.
Heal the world, make it a better place for Lisa, for me, and for Lisa Chapman's face.
Hey,
Oh,
there
you
are
go.
people dying.
There it is.
There it is, Lisa. Make you feel better.
Live
for this
Aid ain't
weekend.
got nothing on me, guys.
Nope.
Y'all stay bright, stay sunny out there.
Y'all.
You got to keep it fiercely, fabulously sunny. We had such a great chat with.
With Brady Sky and his beautiful teeth.
She had so much fun
His
today.
teeth were
Mel
great.
was staring.
But listen,
Yes.
Sunnies, just a little bit of a remix today. We are going to be playing a best of show because we're going on a little adventure as a team today. So
Field trip, field trip.
in the long run, it will be for your benefit. That's all.
Yes.
That's the only tease I gotta say.
Stop,
Ashim,
stop
thank,
teasing things.
thank you, thank you,
Of
thank you for
course.
being here. So
Always fun with the
amazing.
fam.
Let's shout out some of these sponsors before we get into the
Yes,
weekend.
Bailey Group, All American Air, Maritime Creative, Flashes and Brilliance.
Oops, sorry, that was me. Limelight Theater, Great Expectations, Realty and Auction, and Old Town Trolley.
About Fate Zone, cheer all stars at the St. Augustine Pirate Museum.
Historical Colonial Tour Experience and Emma Concert Association.
And Ben 39, Panache, and our favorite Capybara Cafe.
And Ben and Jerry's.
There it is, Lou. You
Yay!
guys are amazing. We'll
Ice
see you later.
cream.
Happy
Mwah.
weekend.
Have a great